mentioned, it's about squad. It's not all about the 11 players throughout a long series. You all have to play your part. And he took it extremely well, very mature for a young guy who's obviously desperate to play, and has come in and made a really impressive start to his Test career. So one thing it has done, and the other guys are as well around the squad that haven't played just yet, because the intensity has been so good within practice and that everyone is performing pretty well, it makes it very difficult for any player that has a starting shirt, if you like, to take an easy training session, an easy ride, and take their place for granted within the team. So with that, you get a sense that there's a real purpose when you get out there, and a real determination and grit for us to go on and put in strong performances individually to drive the team forward. Who knows? It's very difficult to say. It's obviously been a long time, a long process, and obviously found not guilty now. So who knows how people will react? But I'm sure he's very aware that there might be a slightly different reaction, and that's all part and parcel of making sure you're ready to play. And he feels strong that he can do that. And as a side, we're very clear on how we want to approach this week, and making sure that the main focus is the actual cricket.
Just on the actual cricket, how much pressure or frustration there about your top order at the moment? I've started going under the radar because the bowling has been so successful, and guys like Chris Stokes and South Curran have stepped up in the lower order. There's been a bit of a lack of productivity there. Is that something you're open to doing?
Look, the surfaces we've played on have made it very difficult. We batted first at Edgbaston on a surface that did offer a little bit in that first morning, and got, I thought we approached that really well. Got to a decent score at lunch, and sort of fell away later down the line. In terms of at Lords, once again, a very challenging surface to bat on, as you could see from the first innings. And in the context of things, I think we did pretty well. I think a lot of the time, the runs that the guys got in context of everything else that happened throughout that first day's play, was all quite relevant. And then once that partnership had started, we'd already had a lead, and it was about making it as big as possible, and the pressure was more on India, which allowed the guys to go out and play with the freedom they did, and put more and more pressure on the Indian side, making it difficult to build pressure with sweepers out here, there and everywhere, trying to control the rate. So I'm not concerned about it at all. I think we've got some very talented players within our top order, some exciting young players, some good experience as well. So I think a big strength of ours is that we bat low down, and they sort of keep coming at you, and gives us a great opportunity to keep applying pressure and keep trying to drive runs, even if we don't get off to the start we like.
Trevor Bailey said yesterday that he'd seen you pull Ben Stokes into the line a few times in the training. Do you feel it's part of your role now to kind of help him, if you might find a smoother path in his career?
I think as captain, you want to make sure everyone's doing everything they can to help this team move forward. In terms of Ben, his cricket and his commitment is always there, and I think it's a bit more complex than that. There's a lot of things that still need to happen, and we have to wait and see, and we can't really look too far ahead until a lot of things have taken place. So stuff to consider further down the line.
Stefan, England have got a great record at home, but struggled away, and you're not alone in that. It's pretty much the same for every other team. Do you think Test cricket at the moment is too heavily weighted in favour of the home country? And if you do, what could be done to change that?
Good question. Look, I think this a big ambition of ours is to, and throughout our practice, a lot of the time we're trying to find ways of developing an all-round game which carries well across the world, basically. And that's something that we've, as a side, have said we're going to do a while ago now, and that we're committed to doing, so that we don't I think the difficult thing is you turn up to Sri Lanka, for example, and you've got 2 weeks to sort of get ready for a test match series, whereas obviously they've played 3 or 4 months of cricket in their own conditions, and obviously their whole careers, and you're almost playing catch up. That's never going to change. That's always going to be the case. It was always the case beforehand, and sides have managed to do it. I think the challenge for us is to try and deal with that, and it might be difficult to win it away, but it makes it that bit more special when you do. And that's a big challenge for us. A big ambition for us is to go away this winter, once we've played this series, and make sure that we give ourselves the best opportunity to do that.